So I said I'd talk a little bit more about veganism, and I don't want people to think that I'm not compassionate towards animal welfare. Yes, it's true that I hunted most of my life, and I've done a lot of evil deeds as far as that goes. But I don't hunt anymore. I spearfish very occasionally. It's uh, it's not something I do on a regular basis. I don't feel like I need to hunt because I'm not needing let's say deer hunting, for example. I'm not needing to live on a lot of meat and stuff. I have access to tons of fruit here in Hawaii, and it's fairly inexpensive, I guess, in the scheme of things. But I just I don't need to. I'm thriving without it. So what's the point of me going out of my way to get these steaks and all this kind of crap? So I the animal lives. It lives by default because I don't need it. But at the same time, there are a lot of people out there struggling, and they have these ethical attachments to the diet because of animals. So, and I really want to address that. I don't have that passion, but that doesn't mean that I don't understand why someone else can't have that passion. So I guess that's where I'm kind of coming from with that. And on the veganism thing, sometimes maybe the best way to stick to that bigger goal, as far as the planet and and all this stuff, sustainable, this and that, all the vegan arguments that I don't necessarily agree with, but I know that some people do, and some people have a lot of passion towards that, is actually fighting fire with fire. So you're a vegan, you've been a vegan for 4 years, you had great health for, say, most of those years. You've done your part in not being part of the problem with this, factory farming and destruction of animals and torture and all this kind of stuff, that all these arguments that vegans use. But now you're struggling, and there are synthetic supplements and stuff as well, but I'm not big on supplements. I do supplement. I'm not gonna say I don't. I'm not gonna. If there's one thing about this channel, YouTube or Vimeo or wherever you're watching it, it's that I'm not full of shit. I'm just gonna tell you what I think and what I do. I mean, I don't care. I'm not selling anything. I don't. It doesn't matter to me. So anyway, get back. Getting a little off track here, but you've been vegan for all this time and you're having these problems. Maybe you should try and incorporate some of these animal products back in just as a temporary solution, so that maybe you can get these vitamins and stuff that you need replenished, so that you can continue your course, fighting fire with fire. So you don't have to go overboard on these things. There's a lot of nutrients in some of these animal products, like I said in the other video. Eggs and shellfish, which would be clams, mussels, oysters, things like that. They have a lot of nutrition. They're on the more ethical side of things. It's still pretty much falls within a vegetarian ideal, and they can make a big difference in your health, at least to get you on track, so that you can get back to your bigger picture, which is sustaining the planet with plant-only diet or whatever, or largely plant diet. So I don't know. That's just something to think about. Like I said, I'm not trying to convert anybody. It's just your health is important. You only live once. Take care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. You can't take care of the animals that you're trying to defend. I can. I imagine I'll start getting hate comments on these videos and stuff. I don't really care. throw all the hate that you want. I'll just ignore them, delete them, block them. I don't care. I'm just trying to throw out some real life solutions for you. And as far as using animal products versus synthetic vitamins and things like that, you know, as a vegan, vegetarian, whatever you may be at the time being, maybe you're not, you're just watching this video because, but you already know that whole foods are generally a better answer than um, isolated nutrients in most cases. You know, we've got these products. You know, say it's an egg or a shellfish or something. It's more than just a compiled thing of B12 and protein and, you know, choline and vitamin A. It's a bigger package than that. There's so much more that works synergistically with these things in our body that science doesn't even have a freaking clue about. And if they think they do, it's a joke because they don't. I mean, we barely knew what a vitamin was a little over 100 years ago, and now we think we're some wise, we know better than nature and we know better than our bodies because we have science and all these fancy procedures and placebos and double blinds and all this stuff. That stuff can be helpful. I'm not saying it's not. I'm very much on board with science and medicine and things, but there is a larger picture, and it's often reductionist thinking. And when you're eating a whole food, you're removing a lot of this reductionist thinking. So that's kind of my 2 cents on that for today. Um, you know, like I said, not trying to convert anybody. I'm just trying to open somebody's eyes, make them look at the bigger picture, maybe use fighting fire with fire as a tip to to help them with their bigger picture, whatever their goal may be. So anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm going to go ride my bike and swim in the beautiful sunshine, and y'all have a good day. Hang loose.